Okay, let's get started. Oh, I think my thing is at mouth breather range again. Sorry about that. While I get started, I'll tell you about some people doing cool stuff on other streams. Not that I want you to leave me and go there, of course, but you know. I wouldn't want you to miss out. Plunge 87 is doing their Shareware Sunday. I believe he's on the U games. Doesn't sound like there's very many though. Red Mage Dove is doing a Shuffle Time Sunday with eight classic SNES RPGs. And Forgotten is doing his first time playthrough of Final Fantasy X. That's been really fun to watch. Highly recommended. Be careful though, you don't want to accidentally spoil. I'm afraid I tend to get dinged by the mods a fair bit because I'll say something that I don't think is a spoiler, but in retrospect, maybe kind of hinting. And I think the mods make the right call there because one, they know him better than I do, so they likely know what kind of hint would accidentally. Like, I know sometimes when I'm playing these games, the right statement somewhere might has caused me to like think of a plot point ahead of time. It hasn't been that big of a deal for me because I'm playing something that's not quite as pop culture osmosis. So there isn't as much I can put together and spoil my experience. Even if I guess one thing or two, it's not as big of a deal. But I think with Final Fantasy X, that's been so big that if you accidentally guess part of it, you can end up like domino guessing a lot more because then you have a context for other things you might have gotten. Like everyone's heard the laugh. Oh shoot, I forgot to run an ad. Well, I'll run a 1.5 ad. Like everyone's heard Tidus's laugh, right? Ha ha ha. But the context is different, and you don't want to spoil the context for anybody. So I think his mods do great work, and I don't think I would argue with any of the things I got dinged for. I just feel embarrassed about it afterwards. But they're really nice. They haven't like kicked me out yet. Thank goodness. But yeah, I definitely recommend it to see someone really enjoying a first time playthrough. It's always fun. That's one of those games where you kind of always love seeing someone's first time playing those sorts of games. It's like, well, maybe not quite to this extent, but it's like if you met someone who'd never seen Star Wars, and you're like, oh my god, I have to watch Star Wars with you. And then you're like, oh my god, how do I not spoil what's going to happen in Star Wars? Like even a little bit of hint here and there, how do I not mess that up? And then you start thinking, well, what's the best way to show? Like, is that modified machete order the best way to do it? And I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Machete. That's the one where you watch it 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 6, which, as someone who enjoys the whole series, I think is actually a really satisfying way to watch it because I like the prequel trilogy, but I find like the weaker dialogue aspects and kind of less subtle elements of the storytelling work a little better if you're looking at it as an encapsulated flashback. Like the origin story, you can kind of explain it to yourself as almost kind of allegorical. So it's not quite as literal. And also, like I feel like then you get Return of the Jedi as a conclusion to both story arcs, and I think it's really satisfying. I would never watch Sith after Jedi. Um, I just don't think it's as satisfying an ending, though I do enjoy it. But watching Jedi after both Empire Strikes Back and Revenge of the Sith, Return of the Sith, Revenge, I think, is it really works for me. Now the sequel trilogy, obviously, people have their own opinions about. I'm not going to tell people to like it or dislike it. I probably have to watch it straight through again to see how I feel. I wasn't dissatisfied when I saw Rise of Skywalker. I mean, I didn't think it was great, but I mean, I thought the context worked for most of it, except for the stuff that they clearly didn't have much say over. Like, I'm fairly certain no one really wanted to do that. Oh, somehow Palpatine returned thing. I don't think any writer worth their salt wanted to go with that as an option. It's just that's what they ended up stuck with. Like I've seen enough J.J. Abrams stuff to realize that while he's got his flaws as a writer, I don't think that was what he had in mind. But who knows? Who knows? I'm not behind the scenes. I certainly can't presume. And oh God, I'm in a battle. Well, since we're done with the thing, that's gonna have to be done later. I'm sure I can get back to that. I hope I can get back to that. Might have to go through a cutscene again. Oh gosh. I'm talking about the cell phone game I'm normally playing, and here we go. I'm playing the Chrono Cross crossover. I'm actually pretty much finished with it plot wise. I've gotten the best ending, having gone through the two mini versions to get to the path that gets you the best ending. And it's very satisfying. I'm just kind of running through it again because I'm trying to get all of the elements that you can give to the characters. And the random number bird generator, RNG Jesus, is not favoring me. There's this one I still can't get. And unfortunately, it's in one chest only. So it's like I gotta go there, like I gotta start. I gotta zip through the prologue. Well, no, I can't zip through the prologue. But playing the prologue is fun because you get to play kitty cat. And I like playing kitty cats. Oh gosh, my phone does not want to run Twitch, does it? Shit, that's gonna be a fucking problem. One sec. So, sorry, mild technical issues. My phone's been really uncooperative lately. I don't know what I've done to it. But, yeah, so the prologue's kind of cute. Every time I pass the butterfly, I have to have the kitty try to catch the butterfly. It's just cute that way. Alright, back to Norrenshire. Hopefully I can get Twitch working so I can actually see comments. Hi, Fleecy! I've been mumbling to myself. Sorry about that. Yes, you do. Welcome, welcome. I am playing Prophet. Technically, I'm playing Prophet number 3. I have not updated my stream title, but it is the third in a fan-made module series that is very story-driven, and it's been excellent. I might have accidentally caused the end of the world at the end of part 2. Oops. But part 3 has been fun. I've basically been hopping through people's dreams, and I am not sure if I'm in a dream or not right now. It's very confusing. Maybe the journal entry. Yes. Basically, it started off with, are you going to work now, phone, please? With me getting a prophetic dream about this beautiful halfling village, and the dream was about everybody getting massacred. I met a nice guy from the village, and followed him, and then everyone got massacred, and that led me on this long journey where I found out I was going to be unmaking the world, and I tried not to unmake the world, and it kind of led me to unmake the world. It's complicated. Computer, stop being annoying. Okay. And then I ended up wandering through people's dreams, and then I woke up in the halfling village, and it's not been massacred, which is, don't get me wrong, I'm quite happy about that, but it's also quite confusing. Was everything in the last trilogy of games I've been playing a dream? See, like it says, after most unsettling experience, I have left Norrenshire. Who can know what caused my bizarre slumber and its terrible nightmares? Who can know what it meant? No matter. I am relieved that it was all a dream, and I can go back now to my life, the life I'd had before all this started. Please work. I think I need to update. Oh, good. It's finally working. Yes. All right, good. I have returned to the Valley of the Four Corners for much-deserved rest. I think I'll take a short break from adventuring for the time being. 1 year later. Still, my dreams are empty. How long has it been since I experienced any kind of dream? And that feeling, that terrible feeling, continues to grow inside of me. Something left unfinished. Something left undone. So I'm thinking maybe this is still a dream. I just can't rid myself of it. I feel that for the past year I've been running from something. Each adventure was only a distraction to keep away the thought that there is something left unfinished. Now I know I can't hide from it any longer. I know it has something to do with the Halfling Township, Norrenshire. The name whispers in my mind. There's something hidden among those gentle hills. Something that calls me back. So, let's find out what the heck's going on. I can talk to this guy. Hello, Sir Halfling. I like playing halflings. I should have played a halfling in this game. I really didn't want me to catch him. Greetings. Can you tell me where I can find Meridoc Faramane? Oh yes, I'm sure he's in the tavern somewhere. Thank you. Okay, fairly well. Halflings are fun. They're copyright infringement hobbits, really, but, you know. It happens sometimes. If Tolkien's estate didn't sue, who am I to judge? Alright, there's the mayor's home. There's the tavern. I mean, I could wander about and see if anything else is highlighted. Ooh. This is such a pretty village. Bullfrog's not delaying meeting up with Meridoc because he thinks something bad's gonna happen. Oh no, no, why would you think that? Of course he wants to explore these hills. They're quite beautiful. Look at this. Actually, the scenery in this module set has been quite lovely. I mean, it's the standard graphics, but they're used so well. Look at this. It just looks so idyllic. Can I walk on the trees? I can. I don't think I'm supposed to be able to do that. We don't need to say anything about that though. Sometimes when you get these elevated lands and stuff, certain elevations can get a little tricky. We don't. Well, I know, right? One thing I always try to keep in mind if I do encounter some errors here and there is that most games we play have like teams and teams of people working on it for pay. I mean, granted, overworked and sometimes scary hours and so on, from what I've heard. But there's a lot of teams and a lot of quality control. Whereas these fan-made modules, it's like one guy, maybe a couple guys or girls. I don't want to be sexist. Doing most of the work. I mean, sure, you get the occasional play tester who plays the game afterwards who catches some bugs, but it's a lot more likely that something's going to get missed, and that's okay. It's still playable. And sometimes the bugs are fun. Let's be honest here. Sometimes you encounter bugs that are really entertaining. Alright, I guess I've postponed it long enough. Let's go to the Lutenlager. A sign demarking a place of food and entertainment. It's a door. It's a round door in a hill. I love it. It's just so cute. Alright. Unlike Baldur's Gate 3, this is 3rd edition D&D, not 5th edition. So there are a little bit of differences in how it plays. The gist of it, I think, is pretty standard, though. Subclasses and so on work a little different, though. Let's see. Let's talk to this guy.
Greetings and well met.
You look like the other guy. Can you tell me where I can find Meridoc? I'm sure he's in the tavern somewhere. Thank you. Fairly well. Okay. There's Dregrin, Faben Bottle. Let's talk to him.
Well, hello to you.
Greetings. Can you tell me where I can find Meridoc? It's not like I don't see him over there, but shh. Why, he's right there, sitting by the fire. Thank you. Alright, there's my friend Meridoc. It's kind of complicated, but what I remember happening in my dreams is that Meridoc is dead. He, tried to kill me. He found out that...
and greet you.
Hello. He's probably somewhere in the tavern. Thank you. Everyone's got the same dialogue. They do love saying well met, don't they? Yep. See, Meridoc. One thing, we found out that the massacre happened because a prophet was trying to stop me from doing something that I would do later, which is destroy the world, which I ended up doing. But we're leaving that aside. This was before then, and Meridoc kind of lost his mind. And when I wasn't willing to be imprisoned for something I hadn't done yet, that I would do later, he tried to kill me. And then I killed him. Then I resurrected him with a resurrection scroll, and he committed suicide. which was actually kind of cool. I mean, awful, of course, emotionally devastating. But it was cool that the game built in that the writer actually predicted the possibility of you using a resurrection scroll on Meridoc. It reminds me of those whole why don't they give Aerith a Phoenix down thing. But well, actually, to be fair, D&D games do kind of have a built-in thing about that because a soul can't be resurrected if it's unwilling and if it's at peace. So, if you're playing a game and you can't resurrect an NPC that's died, you can explain that as the reason why. All right, let's talk to Meridoc.
Well, hurrah!
Look who it is, Bullfrog. It's good to see you, my old friend. It's good to see you too, Meridoc. How long has it been? Almost a year, I should say. Yeah, been about a year, my friend. So what brings you back here to our humble township? I'm not sure, actually. A feeling's been growing inside me. Oh? A feeling that something's unfinished. That there's something waiting for me here in Norrinshire. What do you think that could be? I don't know. Pardon me. Well, you're welcome to stay and look around. I think you'll find my kid most hospitable. Thanks. Can I ask you some questions? Of course, what's on your mind? I've already asked him those two things before. I don't know if I'm going to ask him that again, but I will ask him this. Have there been any strange happenings around here? Anything out of the ordinary? Well, a visit from a knight dressed in red, perhaps? No, not that. The Red Knights who massacred the village. Nope, why do you ask? I don't know. I just have this feeling that something's not right. You might still be in danger. No? Do you think it's okay if I look around and talk to people? Of course. We have halflings are the most hospitable people you will ever find. I'm sure no one will mind. Well, well, Drobin might. Who's Drobin? Pardon me. My accent's been getting worse in these streams. I mean, even beyond. Oh, he's just an old codger living up on the hill. I've known him all my life. He's a strange one for sure. Very cranky. But he's good deep down. Trust me. I think I should speak with him. Do you know where I can find him? His home is up on the eastern hill. Can't miss it. He's got that looking tube outside of his house. Telescope? Yeah, that's what he calls it. I found a telescope once in my dreams. I better go speak with him. Okay, but don't upset him. Forget it. He's upset at any knock on his door. Just remember, he's okay. Sure, okay. See you later, Meridoc. See ya. All right. This, by the way, is Bullfrog Jones. He is a 14th level character. His 12th level is a rogue, 1 level of fighter, and 1 level of shadow dancer. In the 3rd edition D&D, how leveling would work is you would take a level of a class, and you could just take the same class more and more and more, or you could take another class. And there are both base classes and prestige classes. Base classes you could take at the start, so both rogue and fighter are base classes you could take at the start. Well, Shadow Dancer, to take that, I had to meet some prerequisites. I know you can get subclasses and such in 5th edition D&D, but I don't know that they multi-class in quite the same way. 3rd edition's always had my favorite multi-class system just because I find it fairly simple. And I mean, I can wrap my brain around it a little more. It's like, to me, it makes some sense that a thief might decide to enlist in an army for a year and thus learn some really basic fighter skills, while still being a thief for primarily what they do. Earlier editions had some pretty esoteric multi-classing rules. I think 5th editions is probably okay from what I understand, but I've only played an artificer in 5th edition, so I haven't tried to do anything multi-classy, so I don't know how that works. Alright, so we're looking for Drobin. That's the mayor. He said on the hill to the east, didn't he? Let me scroll back, because I can't fucking... Eastern Hill, okay. I can't fucking remember what he just said. The ability to scroll back through dialogue is very helpful if you've got possibly undiagnosed attention issues. Oh, that's probably the telescope. That looks like one. Maybe. And a giant bell. Meridoc did not mention the giant bell. So no, that's actually scales, not a telescope. You'd think I would know the difference. It's possible I don't know what a telescope looks like. I thought I did. It's a tube, right? Alright, so maybe it's a little further up here. Oh, there's the telescope. That looks like a normal telescope. Actually, it looks vaguely like one of those ear things, but we'll go with it. Can I look in it? Can I interact with it? It doesn't seem to be. It seems to be a standard placeable, which is okay. Oh. Hmm. Oh, his house is below. I see, I see. He should have like a trap door so he could get up to it without having to walk away around. But I'm just lazy. I keep telling my folks that we should have a door that connects, like, because our garage is connected to the house or against the house, but there isn't a door in between. And I keep saying we should put one in, mostly just because I don't want to go into the garage and be cold. The disarray in this home appears to be quite deliberate. I remember being in this home in Prophet's prologue. He had some good stuff in here. The Anger in the Forest. I'm not sure I read that one. Let's read this. Long ago, a druid named Cyril cared for the forest of Errol Glen. According to legend, she fell in love with a traveler who passed through the woods and bore a child from the union. She raised the child alone in the care of the forest, but one day a hungry wolf attacked the child and killed it. Cyril was overcome with grief, feeling that the forest betrayed her. In her anger, she began to chop down its trees. It's said that the trees came alive then and smothered Cyril in their branches. Oh shit. To this day, her spirit is said to haunt the woods. If anyone comes across her burial place, let them take care not to speak her name, for she may awaken and release the fury that rages in her heart. Oof. Well, I can kind of understand how that would come about. I've read that one. Any of these I haven't read. I'm gonna steal his books. No, I'm just gonna read them. The Dreamweavers. Well, I've been here. At least I dreamed I was here. In the nation of Akaban, in the city of Hierathanum, there stands a monastery known as the Chantry of Weavers. Its members practice an art that is neither arcane nor divine, but which some say reaches beyond even the powers of the gods themselves. I dreamt of meeting them. For the weavers are able to gaze upon time. It's said that they practice an art of dreaming, which allows them to see the structure of the world, not only in its present moment, but in all the moments past and moments yet to come, all in a single lucid glance. The most skilled among them need only to look into a man's eyes to see his history and his future, his birth and the moment of his death. And for this they are feared, for knowing the future does not help one change it. That which is destined cannot be denied. That's a refrain in the series. Many of those who have spoken with the Weavers had met with great tragedies, seeking to change the course of their future and instead only bringing it to pass. For the last 60 years, the Akabari have barricaded the monastery into a kind of prison for the dreaming sages and strictly restrict anyone from entering. And yet, they support the Weavers with donations of food supplies, as well as young recruits, can't speak today, who choose to denounce a normal life in return for transcendent sight. Ever practical, the Akabari appreciate the awesome power that is held within the Chantry of Weavers. Okay. Alright. I remember. So let's talk to this asshole who's roaming around here. Drobin. He definitely seems to have an interest in prophecy, so maybe he'll be interested in what we have to say. Let's look at this bookshelf. Oh, can't get around. I've read that one. The Purple Witch. So he's got at least 2 books on prophecy type stuff, so maybe. Let's talk to him.
Hello.
Who are you? My name's Bullfrog Jones. I visited here about a year ago. So? I was wondering if I could look around here a bit. Look for what? I'm not sure, but you can trust me. I'm a friend of Meridoc Fairmain. Friend of Meridoc, you say? Well, that ain't saying much. Meridoc has all kinds of friends. Brings them around from all kinds of places. Actually, I think I've been giving him my accent. Sorry. What kinds of places? Far away places. Beyond this valley, sometimes beyond even the forest of Arrow Glen. Trouble, I say. I see. But I assure you you can trust me. I'd just like to look around to make sure everything's okay. Sure you would. I'm sure you'd make sure all of my possessions are safely hidden in your pockets, eh? You have me all wrong, sir. Well, not really. I am a rogue. Perhaps. Still, I don't think I want you poking your nose in my business. Go away. You're hiding something. Nonsense. Get out of my house. You are certain he's telling the truth, and yet you feel certain there's something hidden here without his knowledge. I'll be going. Well, let's quick save. Let's see if we can't find whatever it is we're not supposed to know about. What could be here? Could look at those books again. Uh-oh. Are you being sluggish again? There we go. Okay. Alright, so got a few places we can maybe take a look at. Will you mind if I look in your stuff? Probably. Will I look in your stuff anyway? Oh, yes, I shall. Nice try. Well, let's open it. Well, the sling +3 is actually quite nice. I'm not going to steal it, because he's right there. And because Bullfrog's trying not to be quite as thievy as he used to be. Fine halfling outfit. No real description, though. I should play a gnome. Oh, wait. No, I might get that confused with Igor. Best not to. Best to keep Igor Knock and my Neverwinter's characters separate. Oh, you sense that there's something back there, behind this door. Okay. There's meat. Well, I don't think that's quite what we mean. We'll see if detect mode gets anything. In the meantime, let's look in these crates. Money. Huh? Uh-oh. Ah, did you do it again? You did. Did I save recently? I did. Okay, fuck it. Shit. Well, this is boding well. 10 minutes in, and, well, 30 minutes in, and the game's decided that it wants me to restart the game, not reboot the computer. Let's fix that. Alright, I do apologize. I'm going to be staring at a blank screen for a little bit, but... What the hell was that? Huh? Is that a junk processor I don't know about? Am I going to need to deal with that? That might be something I need to deal with. Oh, that's what that is. Okay, no, that's fine. Come on, let me quit. Thank you. Alright. Let's see. Let's see. I'll also have to think about who I'm going to raid later. That'll be fun. There's one person I can't watch again. They seem like really nice people, but they have these cat sound effects that when they go off, it drives my cat crazy. So, and that happened the other day, so I was like, oh, crap. Oh, well. That is what it is. Okay, there I am. My cat's a bit skittish, and I think she was bullied by the cats in her foster home. Hi, there she is. She's on the chair. Alright, so here I am. Let's go back to the back door, because something was definitely going on there. Okay, I sense that there's something back here, behind this door. Alright, let's go back here, behind this door. Alright, so there are quite a few crates. That one has money. I think there's one more than before. That one has more money. What the hell is that? A fragment of a large stone ring. That box looks like it's vaguely glowing. I think that might be what I'm looking for. Let's take... I'm also going to steal his neutralized poison. Okay. Let's see, do I have a bag of holding I can shove something in? Do I need to buy another bag of holding somewhere? Probably. There we go. I will never find it again. Bullfrog might be an addict. He's like a woman with purses. No offense to women. I know many women do not collect purses. I have one. But I do have one. It's gigantic. I'm also just kind of debatable when it comes to that sort of thing, but that's beside the point. Alright. So... might there be anything else over here I can look into? Oh, actually, I'm going to take that. You probably don't need to restore yourself as much as I will, dude. The Pale Elf. I remember him. I met him in Honor Among Thieves. He tried to kill me. I enjoy when the books reference things that I've encountered by playing other modules. Okay, where the fuck did that guy go? I need to ask him about this giant stone ring. Thought he was here. Did he leave? Oh, fuckhead, where are you? Oh, is it a pseudo-magical bag from which I can pull out... I got a tablet in there. With ebooks on it. I think that sort of counts. And my Mage the Ascension source books for if I ever want to run a game. Hello, sir. Can you tell me what this is? I'm going to show him the stone ring fragment. What is what? This stone fragment seems to be covered with some sort of runes. What stone fragment? What runes? He squints at your hand. What do you think? I don't see anything. You don't see it. It's right there in front of your face. Nonsense. Your hands are empty. How can you not see this thing? I think you better leave. Alright.
Goodbye. Good.
Okay, just for that indignity, I'm gonna steal your fucking shit. Hold on, I gotta hide. Ah, that cool sling from last time. Should have grabbed it while I had a chance. Now it's just freaking jewels. Never mind. Alright, well, that's my own fault. Randomized loot is randomized. Ah, fuck. The door's closed. That is the downside from this on-high view of exploration. Alright. Alright, so now what do I do with it? Is there anyone else I can ask? Oh, actually, there was a journal entry change, so let's see. This is strange. Very strange indeed. The stone fragment I've found among the halflings seems to be invisible to them. They deny seeing it, even when I hold it in front of their faces. Could they be lying to me? What is this thing? It appears to be a piece of a large stone ring. One of 4, I would say. Need to find the other fragments. I'm sure they're here. Hidden within Nornshire. Alright. Well, you know what? I'm gonna have to look into Nornshire. So this is the mayor's house. That seems like a good place where one might be found. Or is it the mayor's house, or is this someone else? Okay. Well, let's go in. We can talk to Brabaldor.
Greetings.
And who might you be, sir? My name's Bullfrog Jones. I visited here about a year ago. Bullfrog Jones. Bullfrog Jones. Sorry. I don't remember you. I was the person who fell into long slumber, remember? Oh yes, Merodach's sleeping friend. Now I remember. So what brings you back here? To our humble township. I must speak with you, sir. What about? Do you know what this is? Sorry, what? This piece of stone. He looks down for a moment. What do you think it is? Have you seen it before? Are you alright, lad? What do you mean? Your hands are empty. There's nothing there. Perhaps you've forgotten it. No, it's right here. You realize you're just tapping thin air, right? You can't see this thing. Nope. That's impossible. Maybe you should speak to Drobin. Okay, you think I'm crazy, don't you? No, that would be most impolite of me. He totally thinks I'm crazy. Oh, that's fair.
Greetings.
Alright. Greetings. Is there anyone here who doesn't belong? Well, you. I mean, besides me. No, afraid I don't know. Perhaps you should look in the tavern. Visitors often stop there. Do you mind if I have a look around here? In my home? Well, I don't see why not. Please go ahead. Thank you, sir. Try not to break anything. I mean, fair. Alright. I mean, he gave me permission. Can I steal a ski? I'm gonna get kicked out of Halflingville. And I'm gonna deserve it. Gonna get kicked out of Halfling Town, Halfling Town, Halfling Town. Gonna get kicked out of Halfling Town, la 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 la. Gonna get kicked out of Halfling Town, Halfling Town, Halfling Town. Gonna get kicked out of Halfling Town, la 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la. I'm gonna borrow this actually. Should I steal from the halflings? No, no. Am I stealing from the halflings? Yes, yes. Alright, let's see, let's see. Ooh. Oh shit. I don't think I have anything +3. You know what? I'm sorry, dude. I need to borrow your mace. I mean, I know you might need it if the people come and murder you, but I think that's already done. Shit. I also have nowhere to put it. Come on, one of these has to be open. Maybe. My conscience is trying to prevent me from robbing this man. There we go. Alright. Oh. Hmm. Something's here. There we go. Alright. Ha! It's like a Kender village everyone's expecting to be stealing from. Oh. That's kind of racist. Probably true, but still kind of racist. Alright, so we found 2 fragments now. Okay. The one thing I'm not a huge fan of the way Baldacarian sets this up is how he puts the floors next to each other like this. So I can see over there as though it were the next room as opposed to upstairs. And I'm not a huge fan of that. I find it a little distracting when I'm looking at the map. No, you got it. Kender are correct. I've always liked the Kender. They were fun. Though I suppose I like the idea of Dragonlance more than the execution, but maybe that's just because I find Raceland really irritating. Um, so there you go. Like if you were to ask me if I found Drist or Raceland more irritating, I'd have to think about that. That said, I actually kind of like Tanis, and so that proves that my taste is like questionable at best. I know he's boring. I have a thing for boring heroes that can't decide anything ever. Like, yeah, I know. It's shameful. What can you do? He's pretty. He can't decide between two women, both of whom are kinda too good for him. Let's be honest here. It's not really that tough a decision. It's like, yes, Kitara is hot, but come on. Like she could be holding the severed head of a human being, and Loranis over here with like flowers, and Tennis like, oh, I don't know which one I should choose. The homicidal lady versus I read the original. I think it was a trilogy, but then I looked later and there were more, so I'm not sure I actually read all of them. Um, but I did read the original set when Gold Moon and Riverwind met up with the others and such. And then there were all sorts of prequels, so I don't actually know what the chronological order of it is, and I'm not even sure what the publication order is. Maybe one day I'll give it a try. I just know Raceland annoyed the shit out of me. And so that became kind of an issue with later books. Well, then again, they like went into different generations anyway, so. Okay. Another book about the edge of the world. Will I get to see the edge of the world sometime? I kinda hope so. But then again, knowing Bullfrog's luck so far, he'll be like careening off the edge of the world. Bullfrog's not been having a very good time. I symbolically blame the fact that he regrew his hand. Maybe it could have been that. I mean, it's kind of a classic love triangle setup. And I mean, there is some like legitimate baggage with Lorana having to do with his relationship with the elves in general. So I mean, I can kind of see it. It's just there's a point though where it gets a little ridiculous. Even I think that, and I like the character. All right, so I guess there's no ring here, but at least not that I'm easily finding. There's a book. All right. So if I were to find, yeah, if I were to find two other rings in a halfling town, where would they be? I was really expecting to find one in here. Kind of a little bit at a loss at the moment. Alright. Alright, well, let's look around some more. Oh, Bullfrog, I suspect you're going to regret this. Do I think maybe there's one in the tavern? I suppose I can look in the tavern. And there are a few houses that aren't labeled that I can look into. Lager. Dragon. I mean, I could ask Meridoc. Oh, there's a portrait. What the hell? It's a portrait of Nimblefingers Briarfoot. Storm is coming. A halfling explorer of great renown. Interesting. Interesting. Let's talk to Meridoc.
Well met, friend.
Can I ask you some questions? What do you make of this? The stone fragment. Yes, of course, never mind. You have an imaginative sense of humor, friend. Huh. Nope. Even Meridoc can't see it. Can anyone here see it? I could ask him, I guess.
Well, hello to you.
Okay. Nope, he's not even an option. Alright. Well. So the mayor thinks I'm crazy. Meridoc thinks I'm joking. Jobin just kicked me out. Um, are there any other homes that could contain a ring? Ring, 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 ring. Ring. A home? Hello. It's a shame we. It's a shame the tool set won't let you change the size of furniture, because I know these are halfling furnishings. It's just kind of funny that they look human sized, but it's not. It's not the module creator's fault. It's just kind of that's the size they come in. Hmm. I've only been able to find two so far. Hmm. That's unnerving. I probably am missing something really obvious. You can though? That's cool. That's cool. Well, I'm not going to hold it against anybody that they haven't, because some of these are older modules. Shit. I'm yawning. Don't mind me. I have a presentation I have to give on Tuesday. I'm a little nervous about it. I know this stuff. I haven't really prepped a lot though, because I'm not really sure if it's. It seems to be a fairly informal thing, and but maybe I should be doing more about it. I know this stuff like the back of my hand, but is that going to be enough? I don't know. Well, we'll see. Tomorrow is my day of panic. It'll be just like school. Alright, so there's two rings I still haven't been able to find. I wonder. I know I've looked there, in Drobin's house. Oh, that's a thought. That's a thought. Of course, that would only work if you're not playing a halfling. Or no. Arguably a dwarf, I guess. Hmm. So if I were a stone ring that the halflings couldn't see, where would I be, I wonder? Have I been to this house? I thought I did. I was at this house, wasn't I? Well, I guess you can look into it again. You never know. Hi, sir. I'm going to go search your house. Look in the armoire. Oh, yeah. Sorry, I'm stealing your resurrection. Every once in a while, you need to raise dead, but with oomph. Ah, that's true. That's true. That would be tricky. Unless you also increase the size of the halflings. It might be that we're overthinking this. Now, where the hell would those things be? I've looked in all the obvious places. I think I did. Hmm. Well, no, the furniture is human size, so if they enlarge the halflings, then the halflings would be just the right size for the furniture. I think. Alright, one sec. Oh, I did? I walked past the glowing crate? Probably true. Alright, I will go look for the glowing crate. Which means I'm gonna have to go find that other house I looked into and see if I can find a glowing crate. Alright. Well, it's probably... I'm very grateful for you to tell me that, because otherwise I would be searching for a very long time. I thought I looked in the glowing crate. I guess I did not, because clearly that is glowing crate. Oh, there we are. Clearly I did not look in that crate. I thought I did. Oh well. Alright, so we're three. That's okay. You can ride the victory of having pointed out the glowing crate that I missed. Ah, it's alright. Maybe halflings just like big furniture. It's the fashion. I mean, really, if you could have a king-size bed at the price of a twin bed, wouldn't you? Alright. Have I looked in here? I thought I did, but you know what? Let's look again. A halfling home. We're looking for a crate that is glowing. I've been here before. I didn't see a crate that is glowing, but we'll look around again. Hmm. Nope, I'm thinking this is probably not the right place. Sorry, I was just peeking somewhere. Alright. Oh, someone finished already? Hmm. Oh, Plunge finished the stream. Good for Plunge. Okay. Alright, back to figuring out where there's one more glowy crate. I got the one from Droben. I got the one from the mayor. I did not find one at Merodach's place. I did not find one at the tavern. I did not find one at this place, but I think there are a few more homes I can look into, like that home. I don't think I looked in this one. I've got to stop yawning, goodness sake. You think Merodach's place has one? I thought I looked there. But I'll go look. I did get the Sage's one. That was the first one I found. It was in the back with his meat locker. Okay, I'll go back. Oh, nope, I think it might be here. I don't know who this guy is, but he definitely has one. Oh, shit.
Lighten this load.
What just happened? Oh, fuck. They complete a ring and vanish in an instant. I hear a woman's voice. I'm waiting for you, Bullfrog Jones. Meet me upon the western road. Oh, shit. $10 says that's fate. I bet fate's coming to kick my ass. There we go. Alright, well, let's go get my ass kicked by probably fate. Oh, okay, let's save. Just in case. How did I know it was her? Ah, I was right. Gotcha. Well, it's a woman's voice, and I've been basically traveling a sausage fest for most of the time, so if you're narrowing out who's a prominent female character so far, that's a relatively low list. Now, it could be a stranger, of course, but given everything that's been done and the fact that I've basically been used as a cat's paw against fate while trying to avoid it and possibly playing with it in her hands, yep, Sometimes I miss the obvious. Your heart sinks when you see the beings standing on a hill.
Warm winds.
Bullfrog Jones, so gently they bring you back to my doorstep. Oh, fuck, not again. Now, if I could only keep my computer from thinking it's unplugged. I've always liked that portrait. I really do. Okay. You. Stop it! Fucking computer, you've been fine all day. Now you've decided you're gonna be unplugged? It's right there and it's plugged in. I did not move. Alright, sorry, I'm gonna bitch at my computer for a while. You, what are you doing here? Did you truly believe that you could escape me? I have no idea what voice I used for her before, so she gets a new voice every time. So this is all a dream after all, isn't it? Of course. But indeed, it is a beautiful one. She looks with admiration on the gentle valley. I can understand why you chose this to be your denial. That entire year, all those adventures. False? Yes, all those adventures were just attempts to distract your mind from the truth that you knew deep inside. I suppose I knew all along. I suppose I knew. This was too good to be true. You're learning, my son, but there's still so much you don't know. What don't I know? Now, the idea of her calling me her son is an interesting one. Are all prophets her children? You cannot begin to appreciate all of the things that you do not know, Bullfrog Jones, that you cannot know. You're like a child peeking through a tiny keyhole at a great library, only barely able to make out some of the words on the covers of a few books. But there are thousands upon thousands of books held therein. The shape of the world is forever beyond your sight. Yes, I accept that. Good, then I would ask you something. You want to ask me something. What is the measure of a man's life? What is the meaning of his existence? Okay, so which answer feels right? I mean, there's always three. From the purpose and the will, from the consequences. Oh, okay. So the question then is, does intent matter more than consequence? Reminds me a little of The Good Place. What does Bullfrog Jones think? Bullfrog Jones, who accidentally brought about the end of the world. Meaning to save it. He kept a box of all the things he'd helped people, of all the positive effects he had on people. The box is gone now. I think for Bullfrog Jones, the answer is going to be two. Its meaning comes from the consequences of his actions, from what he brings to those around him, be it love, care, protection, or misery. Our actions define us. Yes, you understand. Why are you telling me this? Because I want you to look within your heart. To be persuaded is to allow yourself to look within. And there it is, your answer to your question that you shall find. So you ask me this because you already know what I'll say. You just want me to say it. Yes. Very well. Then I shall have questions for you. Ask your questions. So, is there no free will? Are all of our actions indeed preordained? Free will, such a naive concept. How can you say it's a naive concept? Because it is meaningless. It's a fallacy born from your limited perspective regarding the passage of time. I don't understand. Consider this feather. She holds up a bird's feather. If I release it, it may fall to the ground along one of 1,000 possible trajectories. It could land at my feet or yours, or it could be carried by the wind for 100 yards. Right? So what? In principle, its path could unfold in 1,000 different ways, But you and I both know that it will in fact unfold in only one way. So, so observe. She releases the feather, and it lands at your feet. I pick up the feather. The universe could possibly unfold in 1,000 different ways, but it only does unfold in one way. You understand this, don't you? Of course. Then understand the difference between what could have happened and what did happen is only an illusion. It only exists within the minds of those, like you, who travel through time from the past to the future. But what about the choices that I make? They, like the feather, follow the laws of causality. They are a product of the history from which you come and of the purposes toward which you travel. Would you have it any other way? Would you prefer your choices to be random? No. I want my actions to mean something, and they do. Oh shit, I'm going lawful. Fuck. They do. Trauma is turning Bullfrog Jones lawful. They're merely your playthings. What point is there in merely being a puppet? You're not my puppet, Bullfrog Jones. I am not the one who chooses the shape of time. I am its consequence, not its master. Then who is its master? You have it backwards. Time is the master of us all. Let me ask you something else. Ask. Was it indeed my future self with whom I spoke within that dream? Was it truly he who deceived me? Yes, it was he. But why? Why would I do such a thing? Deep inside your heavy heart, part of you already knows the reason. Part of you already understands. Then tell me. No, your conscious mind is not ready for that burden. You still have much to learn, Bullfrog Jones. All right. The Herzars found a way to defeat you, didn't they? What they found is nothing more than what you found here. Nothing but denial. So their plan failed. The real plan was not to defeat me, Bullfrog Jones. The real plan was to build a fortress of denial so great that they themselves could believe it, to hide within it, and die in the belief that it gave meaning to their lives. They were just trying to deceive themselves. Yes, those among them who truly knew the truth knew that fate cannot be defeated. But for their brethren, they created a mythology in which the acts of mortals can remake creation, as if the painting of a man can reshape the canvas it lies upon. Why? Why did they do it? To understand that, recall the question I asked you earlier. You mean whether the meaning of the act comes from the intention or the outcome? Yes, the Herzars insisted that meaning can only come from one purpose. From the intention of the actor himself. They refused to believe that true meaning comes from the placement of the act among all the events of creation. Go on. This belief could not stand against the facts of their own existence, facts they themselves discovered and catalogued within the great libraries, and instead of abandoning their belief, they chose to abandon their existence. They destroyed themselves. Yes, they sacrificed everything. They burned their books, destroyed the fruits of centuries of labor, murdered their own children, poisoned the very earth upon which they lived, finally killed themselves, all to build the legend that would some day ruin the world. They murdered their children. All was sacrificed to serve their plan, the legend of the Century of Sorrow. And in the 1,000 years since their destruction, that legend grew so as to become reality. All the pieces were in place, waiting. Hi, Toasty. Backwards hype indeed. Hi. You caught me during a very plot-heavy part of a plot-heavy module. Highly recommended, though. If you ever look into Neverwinter Nights and you want something that's got a really, really complex plot, I definitely recommend the series I'm playing right now. It's fan-made, but honestly, you'd never know. Except I don't necessarily think they would publish a game with quite this kind of plot. Waiting for me. Well, maybe. It reminds me more of a JRPG plot in some ways. Yes, you are their final sacrifice. You are the one who completes the deception. Why me? Why did not... Pardon me. But why me? Why did they not destroy the Pentarach themselves? Because that would not serve their delusion. The act of unmaking had to be far from the days of their existence, had to be sufficiently distant in the future that none of the prophets could see its failure. So all this was for nothing. All of this suffering for the sake of a plan that was doomed to fail? There is no greater folly than the folly of those who refuse to accept the reality around them. But if the Firestar's knew their plan would fail, why did they do it? Because by doing it, by crafting it with such care, by making all those terrible sacrifices, they convinced themselves that it would succeed. The fortress of denial was complete. I don't believe it. It's only your conscious mind that does not believe it. Deep in your heart, you know I'm telling the truth. You're lying. You're lying to trick me. How are you, Toasty? There's no greater folly than the folly of those who refuse to accept the reality around them. I don't want your pity. Then accept my help instead. Come to take my hand. I will link you onward to your destiny. What is my destiny? Many pages are still left in that tale, Bullfrog Jones. There's only one way to know it. Come. I still have other questions. Ask. Is this your dream? No, I do not dream. Is it mine, then? Only a truly gifted mind could be capable of such self-deception. So are you saying that part of me has created this delusion to comfort the rest of my soul? Every dream is part wish and part fear, part horror and part comfort. So is my soul splintered into pieces, like that of Kurathan? Am I descending into madness? The souls of mortals are fragile things. They can crack under much lesser weight than the one you carry. No. Oh wow, 6 more days until you're done. That's fantastic, Toasty. I'm sure you do great. You've got plans for after college, I'm assuming? I remember getting out of college. Then I worked at a toy store for a while. Then I went back to school. Alright, no. I can't allow that. I have to keep my sanity. Then you must leave this dream behind you. You must abandon this peaceful delusion and continue your journey. How? How can I leave this dream? Come, take my hand. Let me take you onward to your destiny. Hi. Hello. You coming to see me? Okay. Alright, now I've got a kitty. Oh, you got a freelance gig? That's awesome. Good for you. Hopefully it's fun. I have a kitty on my lap. Alright. I guess I've got no choice but to take Fate's hand. And I've got the Scepter of Laura back. Fuck. So whose dream am I gonna be in now? Oh. Oh, okay. Just bad camera angle. Alright. I'm kinda digging the music. The corridor appears to extend into infinity. Can I open any of these doors? Okay, I'm gonna kinda assume that they're all gonna be like that. That might be not the best choice. I could be very thorough and check each one, but I'm kinda assuming that they're all gonna be like this. Cat, stop freaking out every time I sneeze. You sneeze. You know what a sneeze is. Just because I'm giant doesn't mean my sneezes are scary. Alright. So what's it? Well, that one's open. What's through that one? Oh, it closed on me. What the hell? Eh. Asshole fate. I don't know. Part of me wants to fuck her over just because. But is that the wisest thing? Oh, an luminous being. Oh, interesting. You've never seen the likes of this being. At first it appears as a thin woman, wearing a tight-fitting floor-length dress. However, you quickly realize that her face is a hollow porcelain mask, behind which there's nothing but a pale ball of light. The creature is still as stone as it gazes at you without expression. It's a Talon! No one watching this VOD or watching the stream knows what a Talon is, I'm fairly certain. Maybe Rashke. You've never seen the likes of this being. Oh, I just read that. Who are you? Blank face, utterly still, without the slightest hint of emotion. Well, last time I met a weird being, they turned out to be the survivors of the Harazars. What is this place? The empty eyes look upon you. Can you understand me? There's something unfathomably cruel about the motionless flames. Please, say something. Without making the slightest sound, the creature turns. Slowly, it begins to glide along the great corridor. Oh, fantastic. It's not like I got anywhere better to go, huh? Alright. Chessboard. Maybe a little on the nose. And there's a sculptor. Here within the glorious hall, a mysterious giant is working on a massive and bizarre sculpture. Is that the god of... what's it? Is that lore? Can I talk to him? Can't seem to get him during any moment. So let's talk to her. Who is that man? The creature looks at the sculptor. What is he making? The face is motionless, and yet something about its expression suggests a terrible, bottomless hatred. What's the matter? The empty eyes turn back to you. Why have you brought me here? There's no response. What do you want? You suddenly realize it is waiting for you to say something. I want to leave this dream. I'm not afraid anymore. I want to know the truth. The luminous being waits patiently for your next words. I want to meet my fate. The world around you fades. Oh, that's a bad sign. Oh. I am overcome with a terrible hunger. Oh, I'm a fucking zombie. Hunger for flesh and blood. Oh, great. I get to help kill... Oh no, I'm still moving. I get to eat people. Fantastic, fantastic. This is amazing. Oh, and can I do anything other? Nope, doesn't look like it. Just walking. I'm a member of the zombie horde. It's the Walking Dead from the point of view of the zombies. Here, Rick Grimes. I saw an article that was like, if you actually total the number of episodes, Rick Grimes is not the main character of The Walking Dead. It's like, fuck you. Rick Grimes will always be the main character of The Walking Dead. I'm sorry. I like Daryl well enough, and yeah, he did take over the last couple seasons, but no. It's a narrative substance thing. If they're all dead. Oh, great. Oh, vengeance. Oh, fantastic. Okay, so I'm one of the Walking Dead? Now what am I? Do zombies dream? Okay. This is promising. The mystery of the Harazars. Back to this. Could the vision of fate be telling me the truth? Could the plan of the Harazars truly been a lie? Did they destroy themselves, murder their children, and set into motion the events that now make all of creation, all for the sake of self-deception, for the delusion that they defeated fate? Could all this horror have been for nothing but the mad delusion of a long-extinct race? No, let's do a hard save. I haven't done a hard save all day. Alright. Hi. What are you up to? Being a good girl. Okay. Alright. The walls of this room are adorned with 100 mournful faces. There's a fucking cradle. Well, the last time I encountered a child in a dream, I killed it, and it was the future fate, or it was the future. Is this another future? Oh, the cradle killed me. Okay. It is dreamt that you are dead. Click respawn to be dreamt alive again. Alright, well I'm gonna see what happens when I respawn first, and then I'll reload. Oh! Okay, clearly I was supposed to do that. Sometimes in the dreams, you do have to do that. You hear a voice. Only through death can you venture forth. Well, yeah, thanks. I kind of figured that part out. Burn. I want to see you burn. Okay. Uh-oh. I might have a problem. I don't think I can burn. Oh, there we go. Alright, here we go. I think I gotta do this, because I don't think there's anything to do here otherwise. Okay. This might be a little faster if I take that thing off, huh? That's fine. I am dead again. Let's respawn. Ah, okay. This goes counter. Someone does seem to have a grudge. Maybe a little bit, yeah. Don't be a coward. It's a good thing I don't keep reloading, trying to find my way out of here. Oh, Thornwoods. Oh, it's the kid. It's fucking Targaryen. That's who it is. I feel it. It's fucking Targaryen. Come to me. Yep, it's him. Fucking, shit. There's a gravestone over there. Yep, he blames me for whatever the hell happened. Fuck. Fuck. Do I want to respawn this time? I kind of feel like I don't, but... Okay. Alright. Yep, fucking Targaryen. I'm betting you 10 to 1 it's Alexar Targaryen. Because the fucking wolf is his fucking dog. that attacked me, and he blames me for killing it. Well, I'm gonna kill a whole lot more of your fucking dog, dude. Get out of here.
My steel.
Fuck it. Where's my potions? He wants a grudge? I'll give him a fucking grudge. Come on. Bullfrog, hit the one near you. Let's just kill one. Alright. Get me out. Oh, there's another one. Fantastic. So I guess I'm gonna have to run to the fucking gravestone next respawn. Alright, you know what? Let's reload. I don't want to waste healing potions. So you're gonna tell me if I'm right about this one, Rashke? It's the fucking dog. Because there was that cradle. There was that cradle in his dream where I helped him against the zombies. And then he said that everything was fine and it was a fucking golden age. Yeah, I think it's that guy. Alright, come on. Alright. Let's make it quicker. His name's probably not Targaryen. That's like from Game of Thrones. What is his name actually? It's Alexar, and I remember that part. And I accidentally saved twice. Alright, one sec. Targaryen. Okay. Don't be a coward. Alright. Oops, I forgot to do this. You know what? Fuck it. Hey, let me through, you fuckers. Hide in plain sight, ruin your fucking drama. Asshole. Here. Okay. Here's where you must die. Again? Here lies Bullfrog Jones, unmaker of the world. Let his soul be damned for all eternity. Eh, fuck you, dude. See if I can't exploit the shit out of hide in plain sight. Shall I? Okay, let's see. Let's try this. Oh. Oh. Why is it... Oh, it's red. You know what? Let's fucking kill that thing. Oh, it was trapped. I thought it was hostile. All right, all right. Well, let's ignore that then. Kind of fucked up there. There we go. All right.
My.
Okay. Shit, I think I fucked up my ability to turn around. Backed myself too much into a corner, but we'll see. Aha. Fuck off, dogs. Yeah, fuck it. Let's try it. 3 at a time. I think I can take 3 at a time. I definitely think this is him though. 'Cause these were the dogs that tried to kill his dog that tried to kill me. Alright, I need the better healing potions, I think. Well, we can do one more of this. A few at a time. Come on, just get that one. Come on, bullfrog, get that one. Thank you. So we're down to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now we're down to 5. Oh, I'm off by 1. In a good way. I counted 1 extra. Ah, well, we're gonna have to see. Well, I'm gonna try to kill them all anyway. After that, I'm gonna poke around the gravestones more, because I'm pretty sure that's how it's gonna happen. But I want to poke around the gravestone without the fucking thorn wolves annoying me. After everything, I don't have a lot of patience with fucking Targaryen. You can blame me for the Century of Sorrow all he wants. He wasn't fucking there. Oh, yep, you're right. It probably does respawn. We'll see once I kill that one. There we go. Hi. Okay. This is quiet. Well, no, I didn't get anywhere. Alright. Now what? Alright, let's fucking break it.
We won't both walk away from this.
Oh, I can't with this weapon. Shit. Okay. So breaking the tombstone does not appear to be... Oh! You were right. They do respond. Alright. So let's see. Nope. That doesn't seem to do it. Alright. Let's reload. I don't want to waste the healing potions while we figure this out. Hi. So I can't break the gravestone. Maybe if I let the gravestones kill me? Don't be a coward. Don't be a coward. Come to me. Oh, there's a lot of things pointing in this direction. And pointing at that gravestone. So what if I let the gravestone kill me? Hi. if there's something else I'm missing. Ah, shit. Come on. Let me through, you little fuckers. Come on, let me through. Fuck you, let me through. Ah, this is where you must die. Alright, well, let's not... I'm not gonna let that happen, not that way. Maybe the gravestone killing me? Okay, so let the gravestone kill me. Spawn. Alright, here we go. Am I genre savvy or just... Alright, so this guy wants to see me die a lot. Here we go again. Do you remember yet? Do you understand? I know who you are. Oh, yep, I remember this fucking bedroom. So long I'd waited. For many years I prayed to see you again in my dream. Yep. I called it. I'm good at this sometimes. Sometimes, not always. Alright. Hey, I don't blame myself for what happened to Dagarian. His family, his country decided to massacre a bunch of people who were already dying instead of help them, and then got invaded by zombies. Fuck them. Poor tragic Sardathia. Fuck that shit. I got plenty to feel guilty about. I'm feeling guilty about that. Bullfrog's got a line in the sand. Is it an entirely logical line? Probably not. Hi. Oh. Aw, you are adorable. You are adorable. You've been really affectionate lately. Alright. I thought you would have the answer. I thought you could still save them. Well, you didn't fucking ask me, did ya? And I warned you about that fucking fort, but you did not return. Oh god, he's got weird stalker boyfriend issues. I thought you'd do all this, but you never returned my phone call. And so they died. Look, and like so many others. So, Targaryen's a prophet himself, right? Because his dreams... He dreams me killing his dog and then his dog dies. He dreams his family's death before it happens. He's a prophet. Killed just moments ago. I want to try something. Sorry, dude. Being a prophet sucks. Just be glad I'm not Uther Palindress on you. Alright. So what happens if I resurrect her? Because that's happened before, that I've been able to resurrect some NPCs, and that's always been interesting. Nah, rats. What's in the cradle? Is it empty? There's a dead child in the cradle. Oh, that's dark. Alright, well... I guess I do feel bad for Alexar somewhat. His dad actually made the call, not him, to invade. Oh, you think Alexar being a prophet? I mean, it seems logical. It's his dream we're invading, and each time something comes true. You watch from on high with sad eyes, claiming remorse. But do you know what it is to suffer through this? No, I mean your fucking head, you asshole. You know what it is to live with our pain. I'm sure it kind of sucks, but it also kind of sucks being in your heads. I guess I do feel bad for the guy. But this is kind of He's got a very complex brain, doesn't he? Alright, so now what? Step forward and be judged. Yeah, by whom? By you? What gives you the right? I'm gonna get judged for the whole fucking world. Get in fucking line. Oh well. Yeah, gotta start somewhere. I'm probably easier to blame than his dad. Because his dad ordered the invasion, after all. Okay, so now what? Alright, more blades. The downside of being a rogue in this is I'm pretty sure I'm supposed to die quicker. And yet, improved evasion keeps keeps helping me out here. Alright, come on. Alright, let's let it hit me again. Okay. The downside to improved evasion. This is gonna take a while. Come on. Come on. Fuck. Alright, well, what if I take off the boots? Because I don't think I have improved evasion as a feat yet. So maybe if I take these off. Nope. Shit, I do have improved evasion. It's not the boots, it's me. Fuck. I thought it was the boots, but that was earlier. Alright, well, finally something hit me. Finally. Took forever. Took you long enough, you asshole. If you're gonna kill me, hurry the fuck up. Respawn. I do like the element of having to respawn to proceed. Alright. Bullfrog exists to endure. It is the most horrible thing you can imagine. I don't know. Your dreams are kind of pedestrian, dude. You know what it reminds me of a bit? It's like, one time I tried to read, and I did get through it, 180 Days of Sodom. Or is that it? The Marquis de Sade thing. The one that's not really complete and just a bunch of lists by the end. And it's like, there's just kind of a point it gets boring, you know? It's like, okay, that's it? It's like all variations on a theme of, yes, okay, we're getting to the part where you murder everybody in horrible, horrible ways after sexually torturing them for a while. Okay, okay. And it's like, after a while, it's like, and? Oh, what now? Is this enough to make you happy? What do you, like, nothing in it after a point is that shocking. It's just dull. And I feel like Alexar's dreams, this is not a complaint against Baldaccarin, mind you. I think he's doing a job with the entire plot. I'm just saying, there's a point where this dream just, like, is getting a little tedious. Alright. Am I dying from zombies again? Is that what I'm supposed to be doing here? Because I'm okay with that. Nope, still back here. Fuck. Okay. Well, let's, no, stop that. Computer, you are plugged in. Stop. Like, it is literally in the socket. There's nothing that should be dragging it out of the socket. I'm gonna have to buy another new cord. Fuck. Actually, I said that like last week and I still haven't because I'm fucking cheap. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, I'm gonna guess that I'm not really supposed to kill them all either, but I'm gonna try to kill them all first. Because you know what, sometimes Bullfrog just needs some stress relief. And killing zombies is kind of good stress relief. Chapter 3 is a few places to drag on a little long. Yeah, I mean, it's okay. I think it's hard to gauge that sometimes, exactly how long something should be when it comes to something like this. I'm I'm not going to criticize too harshly. I just think Alexar needs more imagination in his tortures. It's like in the end, I think he's a fairly straightforward guy, and I think he's a fairly upright guy because his idea of punishing me is just really just kill me a lot of times. Okay, that's pretty strange. Maybe. Well, no, it's not that. It's I mean, and to be fair, like Alexar's dreams are not nearly like as cruel as Desaad's stuff. So that's kind of a mean comparison. If anything, his dreams just kind of show what an upright guy he is for the most part, because all he wants to do is to watch me die a lot, and like burn. Okay, burn. If not for the repetition, it's. Oh, that's sad. The bones are very small, like the bones of an infant. They appear to have been chewed upon quite recently. Even holding them in your hand makes you feel a crushing guilt. And if broken, the bones will emanate a sound of unspeakable sorrow. Alright, well, I guess I'll take them with me. And a skull-headed key. Poor guy. People don't discuss Desaad on Twitch? Well, they probably should. When I read it, I live tweeted it. I think I did it live tweeting on Twitter, actually. My friend made fun of me for calling Desaad boring. I don't know. Maybe it's just a list. Maybe if he had a chance to write it out as a full narrative, it would be less tedious. I've never read Justine or the other one, so maybe that would be more shocking. I don't know. And maybe it's just jaded. It's like you the trope namer. Well, it's like you read Tolkien after you read a lot of other epic fantasy, and I mean, and there's some really really good epic fantasy out there. I'm not necessarily talking Forgotten Realms novelizations, though some of them are not bad. But and then you go back and read Tolkien, and sometimes they're like, well, we've seen this, but it's like, yeah, but it was first. I think maybe that's an element too. Like I read a lot of weird shit when I was younger. Probably shouldn't admit to that. But there were a lot of like the infamous fanfics that were going around that I ended up reading for some reason. I don't know why. I just ended up reading it. And it's like, oh, okay. And after a bit, you're just like, There's a Power Ranger one, as I recall, and one with Princess Leia, and you're just like, well, the Princess Leia one was dumb because you're just reading it going, yeah, well, if she got tortured to death, there wouldn't be the rest of the movie, so clearly this did not happen, so why am I even reading it? And I mean, I get the point of AUs, but it's like, dull. I'm not really the target audience for such things, I think. Alright, so let's see what's in the sarcophagus. Now, oh, hold on. Now you know. My pain. Not really, I mean, I'm just seeing your dead kid, not mine. One more step. Poor. I do feel bad for Alexa a little bit, though. It's like, if Bullfrog had dead relatives that Alexa could murder, that'd be one thing. But I don't, so he's kind of stuck murdering his own relatives. He's in more pain than I am here. It's like this is clearly worse on him than it is on me. Well, I mean, it's one of those things where it's like, one, what was he trying to do as a writer? It's like, I don't think Tolkien was necessarily trying to write entertainment in the same way. Yeah, of course. Modern fantasy got started. I would say of a lot of the classics, I'd say Le Guin's probably more to my taste than Tolkien. Though I did like the Silmarillion, and I do like Rings of Power, even though it's not, you know. I was never really a big C.S. Lewis fan, though. I mean, I read the first couple of Narnia books, and when I say first couple, I mean publication order. Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is the first fucking book. I don't care. That's how it was in the book set that my Catholic elementary school had, and thus my first real look into fantasy that I didn't steal from my dad. Actually, I think that was a little earlier than me stealing from my dad, because it was Narnia, a few smaller books. Then a lot of Star Trek novelizations. Then I started stealing books from my dad when I was about 11 or 12. And the first book I remember stealing from my dad was Damia by Anne McCaffrey, which was the second book in the Rowan series, or I guess eventually it got named the Tower and the Hive series, but it took a while for that name to stick. Alright, anyway. But it had the tagline of kids, cats, and telepaths. Alright, I'll steal your fucking money. And now I get to murder your grief, okay. Or get murdered by your grief, one or the other. Let's see how this goes. And I liked stories with psychic people, and I liked cats, and I was a kid, so I was like, okay, this looks like it'll be interesting. Am I supposed to be able to hurt him? Because I feel like, well, now I feel like he's getting me better. Actually, you know what I should be using against him? By the look of it. I'm gonna save last shit. Should I be respawning here? Probably. Oh. Yeah, Saint Beale. Okay. Oh, wait. So I just ended up skipping past his sarcophagus and his grief. Okay. I don't know. I think this actually just makes me feel sorry for the guy. Poor Alexer. He's still gonna try to kill me, I know that, but, you know. Poor guy. Here he is. Called him. I knew it was him. I knew it all along. You can rewind the VOD if you don't believe me. Alexar Targaryen stands before you. Let me see him. He's aged a great deal since you'd last seen him. His face bears the scars of 1,000 cuts and 1,000 years. Oh, poor guy. Alright. Do you want to kill me for a while in your dream, dude? Okay. Let's talk to him.
My blood calls for yours, and it will be satisfied.
Oh, he's got gray hair now. Alexar, what's going on? Alas, you've returned to my nightmares, Unmaker. Oh, so you know who I am.
Yes.
I know who you are, and I know what you've done. What do you think I've done?
You've doomed us all.
Brought about the Century of Sorrow. How do you know this? Never mind how I know. Actually, I'm kind of intrigued how he knows. Do you think you could keep this truth hidden from the world? Do you think you could avoid justice by escaping into dreams? I'm not trying to escape. I want to find a way to stop all this. It's too late to stop it. There's no hope anymore. Only vengeance. Please believe me. I didn't know what I was doing. I was deceived. Ignorance is no excuse for sins such as yours. It transcends all laws or responsibilities. Have you not seen the oceans of blood that lie in the wake of your footsteps? Yes. I've seen the consequences of my act. I've witnessed it all through an endless string of nightmares. You've not lived through it. You've not smelled the burning flesh of the damned. Have not felt the dishonor of retreat. You've not seen your wife perish and rise again to devour. Oh, shit. If I would enjoy or be triggered by the Shaolin Alliance novels who wrote it? I think that Game of Thrones was already out when this came out. Or at least the first one. So I think that did come first, but I don't think he necessarily intentionally named it after him. Because it's different enough. Targaryen. Right. It's close, but I don't think it's exactly the same, and I don't think it's direct. Now, a lot of A Dance with Rogues was directly inspired by it, and I know that. Though obviously taken in a different direction. A lot more porny, if nothing else. Oh, shit. His wife ate his kid, didn't it? I do not want your apology, Homemaker. How did you survive the battle? The one I saw in your dream. I listened to you. I heeded your warning in the dream, and in the thick of battle I retreated to safety. This has been my greatest shame. And what happened next? Next, my kingdom fell. The army of the undead swept over us like a flood. My father died upon the battlefield, and my family... Go on.
No.
I'm not here to entertain you with my grief. Then what do you want? I want to know why you did it, why you cast us all into this hell. I told you, I was deceived. I had no idea what was going on. But it was you who was the deceiver. Do not pretend innocence. How do you know this? That's alright. My Discord username, the one I use in Discord, Twitter, and so on, popped up much later in one of the Shatner written Star Trek books, apparently, as Kirk's Romulan wife who dies like off page. And I think that's kind of funny. Alright. How do you know this? That is not your concern. Why will you do this? I have no idea. You lie, admit your guilt. Fine, I admit it. All of this is my fault.
Yes.
You're to blame for all of our suffering. Well, I'm sorry. Your apologies will not save your soul. I've prepared for you an eternity of torment. This dream is only the beginning of my vengeance. Okay, so... what do you mean? This is only a prelude to your suffering. On guard. Draws out a fearsome sword. Prepare to fight. Alright. I'll beat him with Laura's scepter. Alright, what happens if I die? Happens if he dies. Why won't you die? Oh, he can't. Hold on a second. He can't finish me off. Oh, this poor kid. You really can't do it. So now what do? I don't want to kill him. I really don't, but there's nothing really I can interact with. Oh, he wants me to kill him. Poor guy. Alright. I'll do it. Am I using two swords? I hope not. I shouldn't be. No, okay. Bullfrog is not a dual wielder. Oh, this poor kid. Can I finish him off, I guess is the question. Or are we stuck, like, perpetually near death each other? Oh, shit. 1 second. Hold on. Alright. So I just killed him. Give me a sec. I'll be right back. the dreamer dies, so the dream fades. What the hell is that? Oh, background noise. So did I kill Alexar? I feel kind of really bad about that. Poor guy. So wait, Rashke, how much of this is left? Is it enough to play in one night, or... I always ask you that. You find yourself in the gigantic library filled with ghostly whispers. Well, yep, I can hear the ghostly whispers. Alright. What's in the book? There's a great tome. Are there others? Another great tome. Okay. I guess I gotta start somewhere. Poor Alexar. I hope I didn't kill him. Poor kid. There's something like that hits me really hard in a weird way about the fact that he really couldn't kill me in the end. And I don't know if that was like a mental block or a mystical thing or what, but there's just something really sad about that. This giant tome is held open in the arms of an ominous stone statue. Let's read the open page. Chapter 1. The First Decade. The Plagues of Akaban. In the 957th year of the Amungsung dynasty, a plague did descend upon the great kingdom of Akaban. The plague of madness and disease became to be known as the Wailing Death. I have to admit, I rather like that it took... I should be able to wake up tonight, though there is this cutscene. But that's not the end of the game, right? There's going to be stuff after I wake up? I'm just trying to figure out if I should try to force it to the end of the module tonight, or if that's not feasible. Actually, waking up sounds like a good stopping point. So let's go through this. The Wailing Death. It does seem more suited. I mean, I always like the Wailing Death as a title in Neverwinter too. So it's kind of like a nice homage to the original campaign. From the desert it spread, like a sandstorm carried by the anger of the gods. 100 mad souls escaping from the death that took Hierathanim. They brought their doom to share with all the world. For the water that once gave life in the desert now drew death from all. The lips of the dying spoke of poisoned air, filled with the screams of madness. So it was from the... Oh no, it's just a prelude. Okay. Oh, that's good to know. Alright. It's a long prelude, so okay. Thus, the mercy of Liet turned away from his people. But why? What affront did they perpetuate to anger him thus? That even the greatest... How does Elixir know? I think he's a prophet, and that's how he knows. That even the greatest scholars and sages cannot tell. The mystery has died with the city that spawned it, and now lies buried beneath 100 years of sand. But those who sought to escape his wrath only brought it to share with the brethren, and so the plague spread all along the great desert routes, until no Akabari city remained that was not filled with the wailing. The emirs fell into a cruelty of desperation. Warriors scoured door to door, executing all who showed signs of the disease. But the warriors only spread the plague further, with each victim they put to death. Soon entire cities burned, while armies stood outside, cold of eye, murdering any who sought escape. The law itself was abandoned in the name of survival. Well, there's one Liet. But it was all for naught, for when the plague at last fell under the flash of scimitars, so a new destruction was visited upon the land. From the north, from Sardathia, an army came. Not in aid, but in conquest, in revenge, for the Sardathians had never forgotten their enslavement by the devotees of Liet many years ago. Oh, so I guess the Sardathians did have some justification. That makes sense. And this time, their vengeance would be final. It'd be interesting to play something set in Sardathia. Since they're kind of like... not exactly the bad guys, but they're at least like a shadowy aspect of honor among thieves as well. And so, after 37 centuries of glory, great desert kingdom finally exhaled its last breath. All things must come to an end, even legends. Turn the page. You cannot. The page is as heavy as the memories it describes. Oh, alright. Okay, that's the same thing. Alright, we'll close the book. So it's happening in Valyria, I wonder. Alright, so anything else to look at in this direction? Doesn't really look like it. Just check over here real quick. And the cat's escaping upstairs to do her prowling. She's gonna come back with my mother's hair ties, as one does. Alright, let's see. Some benches. And another great tome. This great tome is held open in the arms of an ominous stone statue. Let's read it. Chapter 2. The Second Decade and the Portents of Doom. Those alive today can still remember the silence that came before the storm, that which has come to be known as the last decade of peace. It was a time of prosperity, even optimism. A golden age came to Sardathia, who finally mended its wounds after the final conquest of its ancient enemy. Trade with Valyria and the elves of Linlotharn flourished, and sages and scholars traveled the lands, exchanging gifts of wisdom. But not all were blind to the waning of the earth. Not all were content to look upon the surface and ignore the signs of the sickness festering beneath it all. The elves were the first to sense the signs, attuned as they are to the pulse of life, that listened to the breath of trees and heard its gasps. With each year, shorter, more labored, was the heartbeat of the world. Just a few minutes less per year at first, but enough to draw the watchful eyes. And while concern grew among the forests, none knew the cause of the affliction. The priests of Thulil were the second to perceive the coming of the end. In Lotharian year 1408, on Midsummer's Day, the day of the cloudless skies, and indeed, as always, the sky was clear, and the sun streaked through it unfettered. But it was smaller, just a fraction of an angle, a scratch in their instruments, but smaller. At first they did not believe. They furrowed their brows and checked again each measurement. Each year the angle became still more acute. Each year the difference grew. At first only to the sharpest eye, but still without denial. So for 50 years the priests of Thulil have kept their records, as if meticulous devotion to recording the death of the sun could do anything to forestall it. Crap. Crap. Alright, let's see. Oh, there's another one over here. Good to know, good to know. Let's see what else is going on. I like the cobwebs. Read the open page. Chapter 3. The Third Decade and the Rising Tide. It began in the tombs of silent Akaban, beneath the old temples of forsaken justice. A second plague did stir among the bones, a tide that would wash across all the world. For a year it was not even known. Unheard were the quiet moans. Unheard were the weak scratches upon the inner lid of the sarcophagus. And at first it was seen as a miracle. Those who left were now returned. Their soul was welcomed again into its fleshly home. Yeah, really. But soon the horror would be known, for the soul was not made whole. It was without reason, without compassion, only hunger, a great ravenous hunger that could not be sated or appeased. So the dead did rise against the living. At first only the most recent corpses shambled from the graves, but in time all the coffins began to shatter, all the stone doors of the tombs to slide open. Soon the panic spread, to oppressor and oppressed alike, and the great tide of refugees flooded northward, abandoning the ancient desert cities forever, and thus came to end the golden age of Sardathia. Well, that's fun. Poor Alexar. I hope I didn't kill him for good. I really do. Alright, so now I gotta break my way through that. That's a little sadistic. Force me to fight to face my misdeeds, huh? Alright. So who is our Bullfrog Jones, I wonder? Alright, anyway, let's go. I'm too excited to talk right now, sorry. Apparently, oh. Apparently, Bullfrog is turned on by, smashing shit. Oh, why not? Read the open page. Chapter 4. The Fourth Decade in the Storm from the East. Didn't they say like 50 years they were studying? They probably just skipped ahead. In the year 1421 LR, a warlord rose among the eastern tribes of the Yuntar Plains. Oh, yeah. A warrior such as had not been seen in centuries, more fearsome even than the legendary Thrall. He began to be known as Vrashkai the Invincible. Hey, his name's like yours. Kinda. In 3 years, the hordes of the Vrashkai conquered all of the great Yuntar tribes and united them beneath his black banner, and his words echoed across the eastern plains like the thunder of a coming storm. It was not long before the Yuntar hordes turned their eyes to the west, the great expanse of fields and forests that was the kingdom of Baleria, and at the word of their indomitable Khan, they raged as one upon the stalwart watch. First, they fell upon the watchmen at Thalmark and overwhelmed them with their forces. Thus unchecked, they spilled westward over the Irving glade, slaughtering all in their paths. Where's that village I helped? Oh, Grunheld. Oh! Despite the hurried efforts to mount a defense, within days the villages of Kirinhold and Flagmere were conquered and put to the flame, and none were spared. Only in Grunheld was the enemy held back long enough for the townsfolk to flee to safety. Oh, sure. Bullfrog did something good. At last, the advancing horde was held at Marlborough Keep by the Balerian army, and at the edge of the Linlitharn by the elves. But all of northeastern Baleria lay in ruins. All of its valleys rang with the howl of the men with the hearts of wolves. Alright. So it is something good. I wonder if it was possible to not destroy the forest. Oh well. I guess I'll never know. Because every option I tried just killed it in a different way, but maybe there was something. Alright, is this the last one? Might be. Let's read it. Yep. On this. Chapter 5. The Fifth Decade and the Fall of Sardathia. The dead of the Akban were not content to merely reclaim their lost kingdom, for vengeance begets vengeance, and the expanding spiral, once released, can never be tamed. The plague of the dead began moving northward, slowly at first, and easily held back by the spears of the legionnaires. The first swells of the rising tide are followed by greater ones, until no shield or spell can hold back its power. A call was made for heroes to travel to the land of the dead, to learn the source of this terrible threat, but few of the brave ever returned, and those who did brought no answers. The sages of Sardathia would not agree on the nature of their enemy. Was it a curse spoken by some vile Akabari priest? Was it some evil released by the invasion decades before? Was it related to the wailing death that spread from the depths of the desert? No answers came, no solutions appeared, and though the legions of Sardathia fought with dignity and courage, it soon became clear that their cause was ultimately without hope. The army of the undead was just too great, and still worse, those who fell in trying to fight against it soon themselves rose to join its ranks. And so, in the year 1437 LR, King Targaryen himself rode out to meet his enemy. Trumpets rang with the call to parley, but they were unanswered. The dead have no emissary, no general, no emperor to appease with trinkets and promises. A battle ensued then, and King Zardos Targaryen was slain. In the fury of grief, his son Alexar brought together the 7 legions and led them against the enemy. Like a spear, they cut through the undead army and shattered it into fractured gangs. But so many were lost in the battle that they too rose against the kingdom, and it was not long before the undead throng was whole once again. By the end of the decade, the defenses of the kingdom fell. The army of the undead poured over Sardathia, forcing all to flee northward into the forests of Linlitharn. But in their desperation, the fleeing men and women fought all reason and fought against the elven stewards of the forest. Many lives were lost on both sides before the Sardathians were defeated. In the end, the elves took pity on the conquered invaders and allowed them to take shelter within the southern wood, and upon the slopes of the Deltarum. And thus the once glorious kingdom of Sardathia was now reduced to a few scattered groups of shamed refugees. Alright. So what's left? I think I've read it all, haven't I? Oh, there's a door here. Okay. Save. Oh, one last one. Suit of armor. Relax, it's just a suit of armor. That does not make me relax. You fucker. That does not make me relax. Alright, let's read the last book. Read the open page. Chapter 6. The Sixth Decade and the Council of Isengard. In the year 1442 LR, a council was held within the great halls of Isengard, capital of the Balerian Empire. From all known corners of the world, the sages gathered to discuss the events of recent years. From the north came the warlords of the Urdinar and the dwarven kings of Cragholm. From the east came the elders of Linlithar and the viziers of Sardathia. From the south came the masters of the trading guilds, and from the west were the sages of Thulil. All were welcomed as allies by Phaedrus, king of Isengard. For 7 days did the councils hear the accounts of the troubles come to plague the lands. Some spoke of the great Yuntar horde, sweeping like a windstorm from the untamed east. Some spoke of the dead rising from the graves and devouring once proud Sardathia. Some spoke of the dying of the forests and the withering of the sun. Some claimed that this was all a common doom, a century of sorrow that had come to claim the earth and bring about the end of days. It was said that throughout all history, the greatest of prophets had spoken of an edge to time, a darkness beyond which there is nothing. And now it had come at last, and the gods themselves decreed the world to perish. An elven sage came forth to speak of a balance disturbed, a symmetry broken at the heart of these troubling omens. He claimed that all of this had been foreseen, that it was the climax of a great battle fought for millennia, against the laws of existence itself. The battle could still be won, so he claimed. But the council did not listen. Each had their own immediate concerns. The armies of Valyria united with the Northmen of the Urdinar and the dwarves of Cragholm against the Yuntar threat. The elves of Linlithar turned their forces to defend the forests against the undead armies marauding across the corpse of Sardathia. The sages turned to their books, and the astrologers to the stars, but no answers were found. And thus, for another 8 years, was civilization held against the growing threat. But nothing lasts forever. Nothing. Not even legends. Leave the book. Now what? Okay. Another. Oh, I can't open it? Uh-oh. What have I done that I'm not supposed to do? Or what haven't I done yet that I'm supposed to do? Okay. Great tome again. I read the book, didn't I? Let's go through it again. Okay. So now what? Um, is there something I'm supposed to do that I'm not doing? Because I'm not really sure what's supposed to happen here. I followed it pretty exactly. Uh-oh. Was some... Oh, the chest. I'm an idiot. Okay. Ah, key. Okay. That makes sense. Alright. I got so caught up in the stories, I forgot to think about, like, how the game works. Alright. Oh, that can't be good. That's a lot of dead skeletons. A lot of dead skeletons. Let's read the last tome. Maybe, if I can. Read the open page. Chapter 7. The Seventh Decade and the Fate of All. One by one the defenses fell. First in the north. From the peaks of Agafir came a new threat. The giants woke from their slumber and rose to form a great army. That army swept across Cragholm and drove the dwarves to abandon their human allies and return to defend their mountain keeps. Second, in the south, terrible news. The dead began to rise from their graves near Krakograd. At first it was only a few, but soon the restless corpses formed an army against which none could stand. Those who fell in battle against the undead horde soon rose to join its ranks, and though burning the bodies of the fallen forestalled their return, when they did, they came back as fearsome spirits that no weapon could harm. So the Valyrian armies retreated. They pulled back, leaving space to allow their enemies to confront each other. And for 6 years terrible were the battles between the Yuntar hordes and the undead armies. But then the third deadly blow. Oh. Rashgai, the Yuntar warlord, undefeated in battle, fell at last to time in his 60th year, and when he himself rose as an undead spirit, so the Yuntar shaman saw at last the fate of all. The shaman decreed blood jihad. The Yuntar warriors now threw themselves in a mindless frenzy upon their enemies, and died by the thousands. And so greater and greater grew the terrible army of undeath, until its numbers were beyond counting. The men of the Urdinar fled to their northern homes. The elves retreated into their forests, and the generals of Valyria, stalwart to the end, died defending their cities from the onslaught that was now unstoppable. And thus, all that was once was now lay dying. No more scribes to write histories upon the yellowed parchment, no more bards to sing tales of glory. The remnants of men now huddled in scattered keeps and underground mines, while all throughout the lands the spirits of undeath raged in their fury. So rises the fate of all. Oh, great, I get to kill these guys, huh? Oh shoot, I meant to... Let's do this first. And then we'll do this one.
We won't both walk away
Actually,
from
this is probably not the best idea. Oh well. Okay. Hey, can you please let me through, you fuckers? I feel like just killing them is gonna mean more is gonna load. Oh, it's locked. Fantastic. I guess I do have to survive first. Yay. Alright, so let's see. Let's kill that fucker. He's near death. Okay, there we go. Let's kill that fucker. He's badly wounded. Yep, dead again. Ah, respawn again. There we go. Do I have to read it again? Shit, probably. Oh, this is not where we want to be. And I've just read through it like 3 times. Sorry. Leave the book. Okay. Alright, where are we? Actually, let's reload. Where did I save last? Oh, shit, that's a while ago. Well, actually, it's not that long ago. Let's save it. Alright. start there. Okay. I'm gonna read through everything really quick. I'm not gonna read it out loud this time. No, fuck, stop closing the fucking door. I did not want to close the door. I wanted to walk through, you fucker. Alright, let's go to the tome. Reread. Okay. Get the key. And then kill a bunch of fucking undead. Yay. Oh, so you're heading off here? Alright, have a good one. I may be heading off myself, so I might not... Depends on how long this takes. If I can't beat this battle, I might save it for next time. Because I got stuff I gotta do in the morning too, unfortunately. Alright. Alright. Might as well just kill everybody while we get a chance. Alright. Well, at least I got everything up, so it's a bit less annoying than before. Let's close the... Let's get the skeleton, please. Can I get out and kill that fucker? I guess not. Alright. Can you please let me out? Let me out, you assholes. I'm gonna go fight the fucking mage. Yeah, here we go. Hi. Come on, guys. This way. Come on. Bullfrog. Thank you. That's better. That helped. I can't get the other... Except I just fucking... Did I forget to save again? I did forget to save. How fun. Alright. One more try and then I'm gonna call it a night, I think. But I'm gonna save a little closer. I hope. Alright. Actually, I got a notion too. So. Alright, so let's first go in here. Reread this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright. Poor Sadath, yeah. Poor Valyria. Poor everybody. Alright, so before we get to this, let's ghostly visage. Let's do this. Let's do this. And let's do this. Alright. Now that should be enough to let me kill these fuckers. Okay, read the open book. Okay. Okay, so let's get to one of the fucking mages. Oh, I guess not. Alright, let's just kill. Kill them all. Stop. Ah, he's so annoying. Okay. And I didn't save again, did I? Okay, let's get over here. And I'm gonna fucking kill that guy. There we go. Heal myself? Putting the extra points into heal was a good idea, actually, when I did that. Okay, get another one of these. Actually, let's do a bad idea save here. I'm gonna regret it, but there we go. Cat, what are you doing? You're making weird thumping noises. I'm. It may be too dire straits to actually succeed, but you never know. I did at least get one of the mages. Okay. Don't think I'm going to be able to get to the other, which is annoying because that dire wolf is irksome. There we go. Can I get through here now?
My steel
Nope.
will
Let's go.
strike
Let's
true.
go. So where's the skeleton mage? Is he invisible? Oh, there he is, over there. Oh, great. Well, we'll just kill other people for the meantime. Fortunately, I have a lot of potions, so we're okay. There we go. I want that guy. There we go. I do love killing mages when there's something summoned, because then it just disappears in such a satisfying circle of light. Alright, you fuck yourself, dude. Go to bed. Alright. Will that open the door? We'll find out. Let's save. Alright. I want to see what happens. And then I'm probably going to raid out. I'm not sure whom yet. Maybe Ferg. I do like watching the playthrough of Final Fantasy X. I think it'd still be going on. Oh, you're still fucking alive, you? Oh shit, they're all gonna get back alive, aren't they? How do I get through? Okay, can I unlock it? There's gotta be something here that'll let me through. Oh fuck, and they're gonna fucking get back to life soon, I'm sure. Alright, there's a chest last time. There's some remains. Maybe in here? Yep, there we go. Oh, I think there's probably supposed to be two. Where's the other mage? Is there any other remains? Because I'm thinking there's two doors here. Maybe not. Maybe they'll let me keep it and open both doors with it, because that would be good. Here we go. Okay. Now what? Oh, there's something here. A person? A vision. I sense a presence. Here in the light. Let's close this door. No, I actually meant to close it while I'm on the side of it. Thank you. Nope. Dumbass. Alright, never mind. Alright, let's... The featureless face beneath the hood appears to be staring at you quite intently. Ah, thank you, Sparkly Wallflower. Who are you? He begins gesticulating wildly as if very exciting. Can you hear me? He nods intently. Then say something. He seems to be pleading, but you hear nothing. What is it? What do you want? He's becoming very transparent. Hey, you're fading. The world around you fades. Good morning. Well, I'm going to be calling it a night pretty soon, I'm afraid, Sparkly. But I'm... My dreamscape... Connor Alderon. Oh, he's that looking guy. He's got a commanding presence. I think I might call it here, actually. Whatever's going on there, I think it's gonna wait till next time. All right. Because this strikes me as something I'm gonna have to fight my way through. And I think I do have to call it quits. So, but it was fun. Yeah, I know. Sorry, Sparkly. I mean, I guess I can stay on a little bit longer. Let's see. Let's just see a little. We can at least see what's going to happen. We shall not be defeated this day. Be ready, men, for now is the time for battle. An army comes now upon us, an army that means to devour all that's left of our kingdom. More zombie hordes. But we shall stop it here. We shall stand against this darkening. We shall stem this tide. Is everything ready? Yes, Lord Alderon. If the gods smile. Oh, he's got full lines. Okay. Can I talk to that guy?
We shall triumph this day. Attack!
Wait, I have some questions. No time for talk. It's time for battle. Prepare yourself. Oh, fuck. Ah, zombies. Great. 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 Let's go fight some zombies. Go fight a little bit more zombies. But if I die, I'm calling it. Yeah, time zones are kind of a bitch, unfortunately. It is a little past midnight, and there are some stuff I've got to do, and I've got to be up relatively early tomorrow, so I can't be up too late. Probably should start streaming earlier than 10, but there we go. Oh, there's one of those fuckers.
My steel will strike true.
Okay. We're kind of doing okay. Hey, Squeaker, what are you doing? Ah, she's squeaking behind me again. Okay. The cat. Oh, let's kill that guy. Fuck you. No skeleton warriors on my watch. Come here. Sweetie, I'm in the middle of something. I can't give you the attention that you deserve. Or you want. I'm sorry. Oh shit. Alright, okay. I'm dead again. Yeah, alright. This is a good time to call it, because that's your line. Alright. Is it another zombie apocalypse mod? No, not exactly. I'm playing Prophet, which is actually a very long trilogy that's very narrative driven. If anything, it reminds me a bit of Planescape, Torment, a little bit, but not in theme so much. But basically, it started with my character having a vision of a halfling village being destroyed, then going to that halfling village, and then it got destroyed. And it kind of embarks on a whole thing from there, finding out who did it, why, especially since all the clues point towards a historical figure who's long dead, the Prophet King, Uther Palindras. It's quite good. Um, but I might have caused the end of the world in part 2, and I'm in part 3. Technically, I should update my title. So, part the end of the world does involve zombies, which might be my fault. Highly recommended. If you like a really strong story, I think I would very much recommend this trilogy. It's a lot of fun. But for now, I think I'm going to find a place to raid. There are some good folk on. I think Ferg is still doing his Final Fantasy X playthrough, so I'm leaning towards raiding Ferg. Um, let's see. iZombie is doing Shadow Hearts. And Easley is, of course, doing speed running of Final Fantasy IX. Always good folks to raid if Final Fantasy X is not your thing. But definitely, I think I'm going to be raiding Ferg. It's a first time playthrough of Final Fantasy X. Ah, thank you. Have a good night to you too. So if you come with me, you're welcome too. Try not to spoil the poor guy. I'm the one who gets dinged out all the time by the mods. It's not. They're right. They're right. I try. I don't intentionally spoil, but I say a lot of things that are kind of hints that I don't mean to. So